All right, new session, new book. Are you the right one? I think we were using this one last time, right? It even has the book icon. Let's see if I can work with you now that I have the key. Last time I came here, nothing was powered. Let's see if I can power things up with my magical device that is supposed to interact with things and has done so before. Hey there. Also, I fired up Uru Live to take a look at it, flirting with the idea of potentially, like, you know, playing through it in my free time a little bit, just retracing my steps, because then I could do whatever content is exclusive to that. A lot of y'all can't agree on anything. Because in the lead up to this, when I talked about the idea of Uru, everybody kept saying play the complete Chronicles, do not play Uru Live. Partly because some of it requires multiplayer, and partly because the complete Chronicles have some kind of narrative ending and so on, so it's more satisfying and whatnot. Then of course, the moment I choose one, then everyone's saying, no, you should have done the other one. How could you pick this one? And I'm like, I swear to God. You guys can't make up your minds. But yeah, I do like the idea of playing the additional content, so maybe at some point in the future I will have retraced my steps through all of the complete Chronicles content that I've played, and then we'll play the additional, like I'll probably beat this entire game first, then go back to the live version to then try to document the differences, to try to play the content that's not in this one, because there is some, although I've heard it's not very substantial and whatnot. So I'm betting this thing works now, because it even has the key symbol on it. There we go. So yeah, I needed my key. It's about as obvious as it can get. It literally has it written on the thing. Alright, so now there's a windmill that's not rotating, I guess? Or that's a... is that more of a wind vane? Does it just point in the direction the wind's going? Do you work now? It's... I gotta say, third person's way more tolerable now that I look like this. Even though I know in universe I'm like a shitty tourist or something, it's just way nicer to see my character look like this in this universe than to look like, me, basically. Not even dressed up. I'm not even like in a vest or like a suit or anything vaguely... I don't know why I went straight to those examples. I just mean like in some kind of eye-catching costume or anything, or it's like your options are like a hoodie, a button-up shirt, a polo shirt, and it's like, oh, this is boring. Can't even have overalls. We've already used you guys, right? Yeah, I think I wanted it to be pointed that way. So it has two states, which apparently it's a lot harder to pull it out. That must be like turning on the brakes or something. Yeah, if you're pointing it out is the one that I've done. That one that's the one that won't move for reasons. Do you work now? I couldn't see this before, right? Okay. This is weird, it kind of goes at its own pace, doesn't it? What? Oh, is that my goal? Oh, is that why it moves at a fixed pace? Because I have to match it to the sun's movement? Oh, this is the equivalent of those puzzles where you have to match the amplitude and frequency of a wave. Yeah. No. Go back up. There we go. Ah. Oh, that's interesting. And also loud. Ow. Let's turn that down. Not ow. It wasn't really an ow situation. It was more I couldn't think because it was a lot of sound happening. Cool. That's a fun idea. Oh, there, look at it go. So it's a solar panel, but it has to chase the sun because the sun moves so fast. Yeah, that was functionally a reskin of those amplitude and frequency puzzles where you have two waves and you have to make them match each other by changing their speed and their depth and everything. Do you work now? No. It fights me. I bet the elevator works now. Yeah. 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 This is still just a dead end though, right? Yeah. This is exciting. There's something exciting about turning on a bunch of machinery and whatnot. This is where, like, between this and the dam I was at and stuff like that, I can really get a sense that, like, whoever made Infra, I can't help but think that, like, the people that made Infra probably played Uru first and were like, I'm gonna make a game out of that. And if, yeah, I think I'd re-recommend that. Like, if you like Uru specifically, not Myst in general, but specifically Uru, maybe check out Infra, which is on Steam and neat. It's also pretty long, but it's all about dealing with infrastructure and getting it to work and so on, and also documenting how broken it is. So also when you see a moment like this, like, that's not supposed to be that way, you would take a picture of that for your files and your... By the end of the game, you're kind of graded on how well you actually did document all of the infrastructure problems in addition to getting through the game. Because solving the puzzles and getting machines to do things is how you get through the game. But documenting the problems is kind of how you get graded by the end. Because that's the actual job your character's there to do. Your character's job is to do the documentation part. But as a video game player, mechanically you have to solve the puzzles to get from point A to point B. It's a bit like Obra Dinn, which we played last week or so, in that in Obra Dinn, you can just watch every memory and then quote-unquote beat the game. In fact, I've seen a channel that did that. I was like, what did you... No, that's not what your viewers want to watch. You can just watch every scene in Obra Dinn and then leave. It's a valid option, but you're supposed to try to do all the stuff. And that's what the... That's the distinction between just getting through Infra and doing a good job at Infra. Although it's a bit less opaque than this game was early on. I almost feel like it would have been better if you just started off going through that one school setting where you got the... Does this not work? Like, I'm a little surprised you don't have to play through the age where you get your key first before you continue forward. Because the game even has a mandatory prologue, but it's the Cleft, I think it was called, which is not in Uru Live, evidently. It might be in Uru Live, but you don't start there. You start off in your personal age, which I found interesting. You start off in your home, and you get to pick one of these places just like I did before, and the whole intro just gets skipped or something. I don't know if you get there later, or if that content is used in some other way. That might have been a thing that was created later for the purposes of introducing this version of the game, giving it a beginning, since apparently this one also has more of an end. I already did this one, right? Like, this version of Uru is supposed to have an ending, which is why people recommended it, unlike the MMO version, so that might have been the corresponding beginning that was added to go with the ending. I'm kind of curious. I wouldn't even be that surprised if, like, for example, just Yeesha was just not in the MMO version or something, and she was added to this one to give them context. She's also way older than she was in Myst 4, so I can almost see them intentionally making her way older to give them more leeway with what to do with her in the future if they want to use her in other games. Like, well, that's her in the distant future, though. We still have more young Yeesha years to work with if we want to. But I think Myst 5 is supposed to be a time skip. Like, it's supposed to be... Like, this takes place after Myst 4, I believe, and Myst 5, I think, is supposed to take place after this, even further. Maybe with not even the same protagonist. Go, go, go. Yeah. Go. You can do it. Yeah. No? Oh wait, didn't I have to reset it? I think you had to pull the lever twice, right? Because, well, I mean, like, after you try to use it, you have to reset it. I think I just reset it and didn't actually activate it, because there wasn't a sound. I look like a Star Wars Episode 1 alien. Like, not just a Star Wars costume, but specifically, like, I look like a pod racer or something. Something that's on Tatooine. Hey, it moves the... There we go. So, as expected, I needed to power things on. And I had to come back with a new device. They did introduce that idea, because when I was at the school-looking area, not the one I was saying should be mandatory, but the, when I was in the one that looks like a kindergartner's room and stuff like that, there's that one spot where they're like, you better get a key to use this. And then I came back after getting a key and activated a thing that says key on it, so... What? Oh. That was terrifying. Good thing there's a grate on that. Wow. That's way too close to the fan. Okay. I take it that this is basically a grain silo or something like that. Like, it's supposed to transport that sediment or grain or whatever that was. And that thing spinning, like, is how it gets deposited. Because... it forms a mound on top, and you have to, like, spin it to make it actually fall through, probably, or something. I don't know. Huh. It's that's a very terrifying, like, burp, Charlie, burp moment, where we almost died if there wasn't a thing there. But there is, like, a whole walkway going up to it. And rails. Almost like it's valid to ride in that thing, but it's not really very person-shaped. So I don't know about that. It seems like it might be something equivalent to like a grain silo or something that deals with like mushroom spores or sediment or something from around here. Burp, Charlie, burp. Okay. Hello. Yes, I know what these things mean. In, out of something. Not that, is it? It's something hexagonal. Hexagonal. Is that double speed, half speed? Whoa, did I just close that? Did I do that? Ooh, a timer. That's stressful. Oh, there's a needle going on. Ooh, you're going now. These things don't get activated. Watch out for the door. Oh, I just clipped through the door. Okay, I guess that lowers the threat a little bit, doesn't it? What am I looking at here? Triangle with cable. That thing with cable. That. This one seems to be. It has arrows to indicate that like movement. This just says that it's on a wire. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. This might indicate the fact that only one of the three levers downstairs isn't moving yet. So maybe that's that one. In fact, it's a cable going into a mountain. Almost like is it designed to bore through the mountain or something? I don't know. I probably need to turn them all on though, which I don't really know how to do set thing. Which one was this set to originally? Let's look around more. Maybe that one helpful guy wrote a nice journal about what the fuck's happening in here. He's my favorite character, so much so that I don't know his name, and maybe every journal's written by a different person I didn't notice. It's easier to just think of them all as the same person. What does Petal do? Cool, but what? Is this the elevator? I can't, oh, there's no hole down here, so I can't see the floor below us. This is probably the elevator that goes down to there. Those probably are up and down buttons, I guess. Yeah, looks like I can go further up. Let's explore this floor then. Teleporter. I should have noticed you sooner. You're the primary objective I'm looking for. Yeah. Yeah, you can see thing moving, thing not moving. This is supposed to be a helpful little reference to that, so I can be aware of that. It seems like this cable does not really line up with this opening that it seemed to be created for. Oh, maybe it does. Depth perception's a little hard right now. Everything looks a little flat. I thought this was behind the tree for a second there, but no, it's probably inside the hole, and the depth just looks a little weird. I do like their world design. I think that's just a chance to look around. I think these don't have an ulterior feature like the one I did before. I think it's just you can look at it. That's showing that that stuff's moving. It might be possible to mess with the terminals and then like witness what changes you're making via these. And then it'll make some more sense, perhaps. This help. That's all that's here though, right? I'm gonna leave you for later, confusing terminal. Let's see where the floors take me when I press these buttons. The one downstairs only had a blue, so I'm guessing blue is up. Yep, and then the orange must be down. I would have colored them in the opposite direction if I were to think of which color was intuitive to me for each direction. Probably because orange equals sunlight equals up or something, but I don't know. That's what comes to mind to me. There's the elevator call button. So somebody lived up here, right? Whoa. Suddenly third person. Oh, hey. What do you mean? No, mouse keeps... Mouse. I can't... I want to go highlight the book to see it, and then my mouse won't leave the middle of the screen. Alright, should I click on this? Click. Mouse. Alright, so I'm allowed to click on that. Fragile, handle with care. That's English, so that's probably from Earth. It's probably not Denis related. In fact, that's straight up. Oh, that's where the. This is an Earth aquarium, probably. Probably an aquarium that was brought from Earth, shipped in this container, and that's the packing foam and everything that it was brought in. What happens if I click on the tank? Didn't it light up a second ago in the middle of the tank, the triangle, I thought? I'm not seeing a reaction when I click on it. Oh, weird. It's a triangle, and then there's like a water level maintained inside the triangle. And that like allows them to... Oh, you can't go close to it in first person. Huh. It creates a secondary water surface down here that lets you interact with the tank, I guess? That's odd. Oh, hey. Add you to the list. There we go. It's funny, since I played it in live for a moment, there was the supposedly like correct aspect ratio, but I just couldn't get over how skinny everything looked, including the character that looked bizarrely frail. Somehow this aspect ratio actually looks more correct to me. I don't know. I'm looking at these. Are those circles or ovals? They might be slightly oval. It's hard to tell. I don't know. I'm stuck in a brain space now where this aspect ratio makes the game look maybe slightly stretched, but the other aspect ratio makes the game look like way too squished. Like now nothing will ever look right to me. Let's sit down. Have a cheery time. Look at a map. 1, 3. Is a rotated 1 a 1, or is that a 5? Isn't it like there's 4 symbols, then you rotate it or something? I think that's a 5, isn't it? No, that's I think there's 4 symbols, then you rotate it. And then so that'd be 5, and then that would be 6, I think, because it's the sideways 1 plus, I don't know. I have to review documents again for this stuff because it's the numbering system's confusing. I think that's a 2. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. If there's only 4 symbols, then it's got to be the line, the curve, the triangle, or the point, the K, and the square, right? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there's 7 of them totally also. So I think I'm right about that. So I think it is 5 is the rotated version of the 1, and then 6, which is that you add the horizontal, the vertical 1 again, which is what the 1 was. And then instead of adding that, this is 7 because it's the sideways 1 plus the curve that is 2, I think. This looks like a heart, by the way. Like a lot like a heart. That's a trip. Tentacle, fish, lizard, bird. Another one of these things that the game doesn't want me to take. Oh. Are we walking away? You sit your ass back down and you finish your homework. Okay. Hello, slug. Wow, that's very familiar. Business reply mail. Warranty registration for Douglas Shaper. Looks like, is that an RP or PP? Why is one P so much longer than the other P? Fryman Safe Haven 3, registration number. Aquatics and... yeah, that's just the ordering slip or whatever. Or the warranty slip for the aquarium they brought here. These life forms. It's like that looks like a skull almost. Am I gonna see that creature? Oh, there's the size comparison. There's what the person would look like by comparison. Got our mushrooms. Alright. Fryman Safe Haven series. Warranty information card. Thank you for your purchase of the Fryman Safe Haven 3. As with all our aquarium, Safe Haven models come with a 1-year unlimited warranty. In order to take full advantage of Fryman guarantee, please fill out the registration card you received with your aquarium. Accessing the safe. For Safe Haven 2 models, the lower portion of the tank is accessed via the Safe button. The Safe button is located directly above the patented central feeding hole in the back side of the aquarium. For Safe Haven 2, 3, and 4 models, the Safe button is built into the light on-off switch. Simply press the light switch for longer than 3 seconds, and the lower portion of the tank will open. Oh, you hold it. Okay. Safe Haven 4 model owners will also be required to enter a combination in order to open the safe portion of the tank after the lower portion has been raised. The combination of the factory The combination from the factory is the last 6 digits of your registration number. Of course, the combination can be changed at any time by following the instructions on the separate insert entitled Changing Your Safe's Combination. They're safes. Are these combination aquarium safes? Is that what these are? Weird. Let's see. It's normal. So the safe Model 4 owners have to enter a combination in order to open the safe portion of the tank. After the lower part's been raised, the combination of the factory's last 6 digits of your registration number. So I could check the registration number, but I thought it said it was a Safe Haven 3 on the other form, so it shouldn't be applicable. But if it is, they could have changed it, and if they changed it, it's probably changed to that 7 sequence number thing I saw a moment ago. This thing, probably? Maybe. Who keeps putting their coffee mug on top of their drawings? Like, come on, you worked hard on these. 123207. Alright. Let's just try holding the button down first and see what comes later. Oh, can I open the windows in here or something? Ooh. And also the light went up? Can't look at you up close. Oh, that sun just blinked out of existence. You know, like you do. Am I allowed to go down here yet? There we go. What is your deal? What are these? It's like a tent-shaped thing? Huh. Do you open? Nope. Moss bed? Oh, there's like a blanket thrown over it all. Doesn't look very comfortable, but that's probably just because of old graphics. It's all lumpy and jagged. Yeah. Calm down. This one moves a little bit. What if you have to count how many mushrooms there are in certain spots for that combination? And that's why there's mirrors, telescopes pointing in really specific directions. I'll settle for just pressing the button for now. So let's hold it. 1, 2, 3. Aha! Oh, that's a whole linking book, isn't it? DRC approved. Oh yeah, got me some checkpoints. Oh, that's different. Are we back in the cave? This is different.